Hey YouTube, what is going on? It is Jackstar back with another video, and today I went on probably the most massive untilt in the fastest amount of time I've had in a long time. I was almost down to like 6,900 trophies, and then I just went on a huge win streak. There's about 2 days left in the season at the time of this recording. We're at 73-38, and I'm actually calling my season right here. I don't want to really play this weekend. I wanted to just kind of relax, do a little schoolwork, help out my friends with their pushes. Because right now, this will get me like a top 400 finish, which is going to be a very nice new best over the 675 that I had. So I would just prefer not to have to stress over this weekend about how my finish is going to look if I keep going. I'm just going to chill right here. I went on a 1, 2, draw my friend, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak to get up here. We're going to go over some of the replays against Wotop here, TR Yusuf, Escalante, Amenteric, and then this graveyard replay. This Barbutt graveyard replay will be in a graveyard guide that I'm already putting out, and I'm not going to feature this one because it was kind of unclean. It was a really bad game. There's just so many mistakes I made, and it was such an easy matchup that I don't think it's going to be good. Start off with Dama King as our first game, and I'll hop right into the replay. Now I'll see you guys there. Alright, so going into the first replay here against Dama King. So this is RG Barbhut, obviously. This is a really difficult matchup for Pekka. They have the Fisherman, which is really difficult to kill with all of Pekka's units, and it's really good against bridge spam in general. Can pull everything off the tower. And he's got Barbhut, obviously, which is really difficult to defend. He's got the RG, which comboed with the Fisherman can pull the Pekka away from the RG and let the RG get so much damage. So I just zap his Fisherman to start off the game there. I really just want to kill that Fisherman, or at least bring it to low enough HP so that it's not going to be a big problem. And by zapping, it means the bandit will end up dashing onto it. So cycle a Magic Archer in the back. You don't want a Magic Archer at the bridge against a Barbhut, because they can easily kill it, and you'll have to overcommit to defend it, or you might even lose it. And if you overcommit and lose the Magic Archer, you basically lose the game. So right here, I know that I'm gonna have to split lane like really aggressively. So I end up going in with a Battle Ram and a Bandit, and the Magic Archer is able to clean up the Barbhut, and Fisherman does end up cleaning up everything else along with the Ewes and the 3 Barbs. So this was kind of sketchy. So I just zapped to mainly get rid of the Fisherman, and he's gonna spam me here. But a really nice Magic Archer placement is gonna allow me to chain through everything. Look at that value Magic Archer right there. So now he's down a lot of elixir, and I knew it. That was a nice spam by him, but he'd overspent. So I go in with the Battle Ram with the Ghost, and we're spaced out enough so that his Fireball isn't gonna get too much value. But I know again he's really low here, so I go in with the Bandit, and the Bandit is gonna come dash and finish off the Bar Barrel and get a dash on the tower and another hit, and the Magic Archer was hitting it too, bringing the tower down to 700. So right there, is definitely screwed up a little bit on my first attack, letting him get that big of a counter push. But it was a really nice Magic Archer placement, and sometimes your Magic Archer placements need to be unorthodox like that. And we are able to defend really nicely and get really good counter push. So here, I was expecting a Fisherman or something, so I just go with my Ewes there, and he cycles to a Mega Minion. And so I Battle Ram in front of the Mega Minion to protect the Ewes and the Magic Archer. It does give him a lot of Fireball value, but we do finish off the Mega Minion and stuff. So now he has only got the Barbhut. And so at this point, I just want a Poison Cycle. I think I can defend that tower, is what I'm thinking in my head. Because I do have the Pekka, and as long as I reset his Fisherman, he's not going to be able to pull the Pekka off the Royal Giant. So here, again, same thing. He was a little bit better prepared, and he's going to have a nice counter push here. So I'm just going to Poison all that. And at this point, things were looking a little bit sketchy here. Is Baby Dragon's gonna lock onto my tower? I just kind of have to eat that, and then cycle a Ghost in the back. We're just gonna set up for another defense here. I'm gonna go with my Pekka here. I know I can't wait for that Fisherman to get close, but I'm just gonna try and zap it. And then I go with my Ewes, and luckily that Royal Giant doesn't get any more hits, and he overcommitted there. One more hit, he would have been able to win. I go with a Magic Archer, and we were able to geometry onto his tower, bring it down to 92 HP, 3 poison ticks, and Magic Archer will fittingly finish it off. So right there, the key to that matchup is the Magic Archer. We were able to get a lot of value out of him every time we played him, and that made sure that he wasn't able to keep going in for the pushes. With Barbhut, if they place it in the one position, you want to be battle ramming opposite lane, making sure that you're pressuring to split up their attack so that they don't have everything in just one lane and overwhelm you. So the next replay is not going to be against Yori. I'm going to save this. It's going to be in my Barb Hut Graveyard Guide. Currently making that. This will be the third game for that Barb Hut Graveyard Guide. So we'll go right up to Tanjo O Anju running normal Graveyard without the Barb Hut with the Bomb Tower. So I'd say the Bomb Tower version is definitely a little bit easier just because of the fact that it's not spawning out. It doesn't. I mean, it can survive. The Bomb Tower can't survive 3 Pekka hits, and the Bomb Tower is not spawning out Barbarians, which do work against Bridge Spam. So here, I have a pretty awkward starting hand for him to be going knight like that. We just have to cycle our ghost in the back. He's gonna go with his ice wizard. So here, I need to make a play. I need to just cycle something. So I think I'm gonna go with my magic archer, and he doesn't have a poison in cycle. Um, so I'm gonna try and protect this magic archer. Unfortunately, I fail. That was pretty bad on my end. Um, Here the ghost dies before killing the ice wizard, so that isn't the barbs aren't gonna reach that bomb tower. So I just zapped that ice wizard, but luckily since it's not a barb hut, it's not gonna be constantly sending out units towards my end of this arena. But I did put myself down a couple elixir here, so a pretty misplaced Ewiz actually right there. Baby Dragon is gonna cross, and that was not good by me, but he does waste the poison. So now I could tell based on when he baby dragoned that I was down about 3 elixir, but he just spent 8 elixir, which means I'm going to be, and I spent 4, which means I'm going to get a +5 trade there, or 4 trade or something like that, and I'm going to be up an elixir. So yeah, +5 trade. Um, so we set up with a Pekka in the back. He's got nothing for my Magic Archer, but I don't want to use it right now. So we just go Ghost Bandit to try and prevent him from activating King or to get a lot of damage. We do force out a lot of Elixir here, but he does get the King activation, which was hope. I really didn't want him to get a King activation, but yeah. So he does go with the Ice Wizard, and I needed to correct my cycle a bit. So I go in with the Battle Ram. He's gonna have enough for a Bomb Tower, obviously. I knew he was gonna be able to Bomb Tower. I just didn't want to. I just needed to correct my cycle a little bit. So unfortunately, I do have to Ewiz this, which isn't the best in the world because you really want to save your Ewiz for the Baby Dragon or for defense. So here I wasn't sure if he was going to Graveyard, so I go with my Ghost pretty high just to start killing that Knight as fast as I can. And since he doesn't Graveyard and Bar Barrels, I know that he's got a really awkward cycle and I can go with a Pekka in the back. Because now he's just going to have to keep cycling units into my Pekka and they're all going to cross the bridge. So here I do a really nice Pressure Bandit. We get out his tornado, which is really key. He didn't have a good cycle at all to defend that. So here I go with an Ewiz. And I went with that Ewiz even though that Baby Dragon was going to die, so the Magic Archer would walk outside of the poison. So here we do protect the Magic Archer. And this is going to be what allows me to win the game. He's going to go with a Bomb Tower, misplaced. Ice Wizard is now dead, and I have 2 Pekkas on the field. So in this situation, he's going to be able to kill the Magic Archer, but he's going to have to spend on it. So I'm just going to spam opposite lane, and now he's guaranteed to take some amount of damage here. I zapped that. I was trying to get the Baby Dragon to die, but we go with the Battle Ram, just keeping up non-stop pressure so that he can't keep defending. And that's going to be GG right there. We were able to lock the Ghost and the Bandit onto the tower. Magic Archer will get 2 shots, bringing it down to 43 HP and poison range. So a very clean game there. He didn't even get like 1 offensive graveyard off. And we were able to defend really, really nicely. Just like in general, and very nice pressure by me for most of that game. A few mistakes like the Magic Archer defense in the beginning, but that shows you like how you want to be playing. Like I was always doing kind of interesting plays because I knew he didn't have good units in cycle. Um, like he was only having Bomb Tower and Tornado, and he really needed to save all of those, but we made him use a Tornado. So generally, very nice game there to help against Graveyard. Our next game is against Wotop, probably running the hardest matchup in the entire meta for Pekka. Like, no exaggeration, this matchup is impossible. This matchup is the fact that I won this is really insane. This matchup is by any stretch of the word impossible. So, um, we go with the Pekka there, misplace the Pekka. You want to play it 1 tile to the right so that it'll start targeting more efficiently. As you can see, we take like 1,000 damage there just because I wasn't playing the Pekka correctly. So here, I go with a Magic Archer, and this placement is going to allow it to line up and kill 2 recruits, shields before anything happens. And the Pekka is able to finish him off more efficiently. The Flying Machine is going to die, which is really nice here. I go in with my Bandit in front of the Ewiz and the Magic Archer. Good Zappies by him is going to clean up everything. and the remnants of the Pekka included, but we do get an Eos and Magic Archer shot, and as you can see, we have a ton of damage now. And look at how low on elixir he was. I was able to pressure with that ghost, and he's so low on elixir, and look at his hand. He's only gonna have really bad responses to Battle Ram and Recruits and Barb Hut. And yeah, that's gonna be tower down right there. I was just able to tell by how late that fireball was that he was just so low on elixir, and the barbs take his tower. As you can see, he goes in with pigs at really low elixir, but he goes towards my full HP tower. So I'm just gonna save up for my Pekka here. A magic archer would allow way too much damage, but a Pekka will start cleaning up those hogs, and we're only gonna take about 1,000 damage, maybe 2,000, which is very very affordable in this matchup at this point. I just need to keep one tower alive. If I lose my tower here, well, he's gonna win because I'm probably not gonna get much more damage again the rest of this game. This is just like one of the hardest matchups to get damage, and just their answers are so good. So here, we're just gonna set up with a poison on the Zappies, and we do hit the recruits. So I was considering poisoning early, but we do get the hesitation, and so now his Zappies are almost dead, and he's only got one Zappy. So now look at his push; it's really bad. He does predict that he was on the flying machine, a really nice prediction by him, gonna allow him to keep the flying machine alive. But I just countered that with a bandit going towards his opposite lane. It's gonna help up and kill the Zappy. I only take one flying machine hit, and he's gonna be forced to reset with 30 seconds left. That means if I defend this push, I win the game. Easier said than done, but he's gonna go in for a pretty bad hogs here, right into the poison. Um, we are able to kill his heal spirit before it can heal it. Actually, it heals up everything, but luckily the poison had just done so much damage in the magic archer. It done so much damage that it didn't matter. Magic archer's putting in work. I just go with my low bandit again, and 15 seconds left. He's not gonna be able to get any damage. We just Pekka blocking off the lane. As you can see, he's hovering his hogs, but he's not gonna have enough elixir to go in. And I just zap them, and the ghost would keep them from getting too much damage anyway. So GG to Wotop there. Just very nice pressure by me. That was a really good ghost early to feel out his elixir count, and he didn't have enough for any good responses, and his zappies were out of cycle, so we were just able to take his tower right there. So I draw against my friend Freddy here, and then going into this match against TR Yusuf, um, playing Lavaloon, a really difficult matchup. I have a guide out on it, but I mean, the more Lavaloon gameplay, the better. So I was thinking he was playing Lava, but I didn't want to go for sure. I thought he played some other decks too, so I just didn't want to make any plays that were going to be really risky. You see, I was holding the Pekka. So I go with my Ghost in the back, and he's going to go Lava same lane. So here, this is really awkward because I need to protect this Ghost and take a tower. So we just go with our Pekka at the bridge, and he's going to go in with Skeleton Dragons. And so I could have poisoned those, but I needed to make sure I had enough elixir to defend everything. So he's just going to let my Pekka take his tower. And now I'm going to set up for a defense here. So we're going to go in with the Magic Archer. And he's not going to be able to support this lava too incredibly well. Just because look at how much elixir he has in his cycle. I didn't know his cycle, but like he wouldn't have been able to play much else. So he goes with Barbs here. And he gives me the most fat poison value I've ever seen. And so we're going to take a lot of damage from the barbs here, but a quick and easy Ewas like this is going to allow me to defend and keep that tower alive. He goes in with the balloon opposite lane, but look at his elixir. He's really low, and I recognize that because I knew he'd just spent 9 to keep that push going. His balloon must have been like really low, so we're just going to keep up the pressure here. And look at this. He's got barely enough elixir for Skeleton Dragons now. The bandit is on his tower. He's going to go in with the Skeleton Dragons, and he's going to zap too. And look at how much damage is on his king already. 700 HP. As you can see, he just spent so much elixir. He was playing at 0, and he's going to end up laughing because he's got nothing for that ghost. Magic Archer just going to come in and finish the game off in a very nice game against Lavaloon. So we were just able to figure out that after he had played Skeleton Dragons and a Lava Hound, he was only going to have a little bit of elixir. So he fireballed the Magic Archer, which means, and then went in with Barbs. And as you can see, that's so much elixir. That is like, what, 7, 11, 15, 20 elixir right there. And then he goes in for a balloon. That's 25. There's no way he's got any elixir left. And we were able to just counter push with our Ewas and get most of his king tower down. So our final game, the final game of my push was against WA Escalante 05, running this really weird giant rocket deck. And honestly, this is a really weird matchup. I just wanted to include it because I was playing pretty well. Other than this bandit, that was probably one of the worst bandits I've played in a hot minute. So he's gonna be able to just zap the bandit up and counter. So I knew what his deck was. I've seen this guy before. Just going with a ghost to kill this heal spirit and get counter push. Basically a 2 elixir ghost now, always fine by me. So here, I just want these archers dead. Like I don't want to have to deal with those archers, so we zap them. and we do make him waste a log. That ghost wasn't going to get any damage anyway. But here I have a really awkward hand. I don't want to cycle my magic archer because for fear of giving him rocket value. So I'm just gonna go in with an Ewes on these fire spirits, and that's gonna be that for the moment. So he goes in with the mini Pekka, and as you can see, my hand is a little bit awkward with that heal spirit, so I just kite it. I know he's gonna zap it, just to make sure that the mini Pekka does end up killing it on my side, and he doesn't have to worry about it. But pretty good for me there with the kite. Kites are always really nice against mini Pekkas, especially against like Sparky and stuff. But in this matchup, it's really nice too. So just cycle our bandit in the back. And the thing about this matchup is he's got a lot of reset spells with Zap and Log, but he doesn't have a lot of bridge spam answers, especially when I can combo it with a Pekka later in the game. So Bandit does get a slap on the Archer, which means that Archer shouldn't get any tower damage. He goes in with the mini Pekka, and so here I'm just going to cycle a Magic Archer a little bit high, just like to 100% make sure that the Archer was going to do it. No reason not to. It's going to give me some value. So he goes in with a really interesting Heal Spirit, and I go with my Pekka. Just because I really wanted to keep that Magic Archer alive, and he's gonna have to overspend to defend this Pekka. And so he's gonna go in with Fire Spirits, and I counter push here, and he's gonna have enough for a mini Pekka, but he doesn't take it. And he's just gonna let it connect. And he didn't take it probably because it'd be an overcommit, but look at how much damage I'm gonna get, guys. Look at how much damage. He also wants to counter push, and his tower's down to 1180 now. So he's gonna go in with the mini Pekka. And so my goal here needs to be to kill that mini Pekka. I gotta make sure I'm killing that mini Pekka. I kind of whiff my Ewis spawn here, but he plays archers right into the remnants of the poison. Bandit's gonna come down, and we can just zap up that archer, and so she dies. And so now we do have a really nice damage advantage. And I go in with the battle ram because I have the Ewis. Battle ramming with an Ewis when you're like even on elixir into a mini pack is a perfectly acceptable play. He's gonna heal spirit, give me more magic archer value. Magic archer's gonna line up onto his tower for one more shot and stay alive. So now he's gonna have to zap that magic archer, and as you can see, we're up elixir, and we're controlling the tempo of this game perfectly right now. And we're not allowing him to do anything. So I'm just gonna cycle my bandit in the back. We're gonna stack 2 units on this mini Pekka, and then I plan to Pekka, and the reason is it's just gonna shut down the entire lane. Like there's nothing he can do if I Pekka here. So we go with the Ewis first to prevent bleeding. Pekka the bridge, mini Pekka gets no value, and that's gonna be a good game right there. Bandit's gonna be there. Um, what's it called? The bandit's gonna get a hit. Ewis is on tower, poison to finish off the archer, and that's gonna be a good game. Just a quick little zap here will finish it off. And so a really nice push to top 200 within the final 2 days. I made a community tab post, and I think I said it in the intro, but I did stop after this, and I will be stopping there for the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope these replays help you out with Pekka. Um, and yeah, I will catch you guys in some videos next season, some early season pushes, an hour-long video with Pekka early. Be some interesting decks like Mega Knight. If you're like my Mega Knight Pekka decks, make sure to keep an eye out. I'll upload a video next season on that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.